need you happier and with your mouth open.
Well, we got multiple stab wounds on the body.
Looks like the signs of a struggle.
It looks like a lover's quarrel that turned ugly. Oh.
No. This time I want you to do it happier with your mouth way, 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 way open.
Damn, it's too bad the CIA killed him.
I know, it really is. You know, we should bring more light onto that.
Onto
what the CIA has done.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things that could have been referring to.
Oh, yeah.
Like the CIA's murder of Trevor Moore, or bring more light on the whitest kids you know in general. Shout out to anyone who consumes this in any fashion who understood this reference before I just said it just now.
I hope nobody still understands the reference.
Speaking of people watching it, did you know people are watching this because you made that happen with your button?
No, why would people be watching this?
Fucked if I know, buddy.
I mean, are we that entertaining to the mindless majority of people out there?
Well, I think we'd probably do better if we had like Subway Surfer going on underneath, or Minecraft jumping or whatever that is.
Like a game?
Like a game.
Okay. I thought you wanted us to have like a surfer sponsored by Subway underneath us or something. I didn't know what that meant.
We're so hip and in touch.
Please don't touch me. How are you today, Stoop?
Groovy.
Groovy? What are you, from the 70s?
Yeah, that's the first adjective that popped into my head.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's fine. I know that this is not an original thought, but the getting dark at 4:30 shit. Wow, am I not ready for 6 months of this? You never are, right?
No.
Every year it comes around and you go, oh fuck, I forgot just how much this sucks. Or even if not sucks, how much less preferable this is to the daylight saving time. Because this is the real time, which if that's the case, somebody fucked up drawing the time zones. Because this shouldn't be the case.
They drew it freehand. They were supposed to trace it.
They probably did. They probably did. They drew the borders of Iraq freehand. That's why it looks like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Fun fact. Here's today's fun fact.
You watch this show, you learn things.
Yeah. Wait, what did we learn?
It doesn't matter. How about you, buddy? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's a day dedicated to only me, and so today's cool.
And thank you for protecting Mount Rushmore.
You're welcome. It's still standing. You're welcome. Actually, I haven't checked in the last hour. Something might have happened, but who knows? Yeah, I made sure the faces didn't do anything. What's funny is I can't see the other view because I hit it from mine. So
you can do that. I want to do that. This sucks.
I think there's an option that says hide view or something, but
fuck.
I hope it doesn't look weird on YouTube, but whatever.
No, I'm looking at it on YouTube. It looks normal, but for us, it looks stupid.
Oh, good. I look stupid always.
What if I just do? Nope, that didn't work. All right. Anyway,
you did it. I'm proud of you.
What do you want?
I don't know.
Oh,
what are we doing here, Stoop?
Oh yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and thems, this is Talking Out Our Ass, the only bi-weekly talk show that supports the troops with sexual favors. We absolutely solidly scheduled once every 2 weeks. We stick to a strict schedule.
Very strict.
And it's an interview show hosted by the gorgeous serviceman Sam Reeves alongside yours truly, Stoop Kid. And what we do here is we bring a guest on, that poor son of a bitch, whoever it may be, comes on, and we tell him that, we're going to interview him, but the catch is we don't know what we're going to interview him about. We tell them to prepare a topic that they'd like to be interviewed about. And so then they don't give us any heads up. You find out, same time we find out what the interview is going to be about, and then we just have to try and get through an interview having not prepared at all. It's silly, and you're silly, and that's why you're here. And thanks.
Thank you. This week we're gonna thank our viewers instead of telling them to go fuck themselves like we normally do.
I mean, it's a fine line,
If you're watching this, thank you, but also fuck you.
Yeah, well, that's implied.
Yeah,
I think when I speak, people just hear "fuck you" regardless of what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair. You have that face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you really wanted to make any number of jokes after you mentioned my face. I could feel it in your head.
Yeah, it was throbbing. Could you feel it?
Yeah. Good for you, buddy.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself too. Yeah, Hernandez. There we go. I got that one. Should we start the show, I guess?
I guess.
Oh, okay.
I thought that's what I just did, but whatever.
Oh, you were talking that whole time. Sorry, I blacked out.
Did it sound like the teacher from Charlie Brown?
No, it just sounded like buzzing. It was weird.
Yeah, okay.
But I think I'm back now. I don't know what happened. Scanners, stuff happens.
5G.
All right. Our guest this week. The show, I don't know how to pronounce
this time,
sure. This episode. You may know him from CHGO Blackhawks. You may know him as one of the hosts of I'm Fat podcast, or you may even have read his book, The Big 50 Chicago Blackhawks, or you've heard him on the Score way back in the day when, I fell in love with him. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Jay Zawaski. Thank you very much for joining the show, Jay.
Thank you for having me. I'm very pleased to be here. I hardly ever get to podcast.
Yeah, I know. It's rare for you.
Did you know Sam was in love with you? This is news to me.
I do now. It's very nice to hear. It's been too long since I've heard that. I've heard I love you a couple times, but in love, 20 some years probably.
But you're a married man, are you not? So,
correct. Yes.
So you'll have to, politely, well, I don't know. Hey, I'm not here to kink shame or.
See, now this could be a whole other show another time, but like, I love you is not I'm in love with you. Those are different things.
Well, he said he fell in love with you.
I did fall in love with him.
And that has not happened to me in a long time. So thank you, Sam.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate it. And can I, it's not my topic, but daylight savings, can we let's just do this. Let's all agree that for 1 year, we're just not gonna.
Yeah.
And let's see how it goes. And then make an educated decision after that year. Say, all right, we did it. Did everyone like it? Yes? Cool. We're not going to do that anymore then.
Right. And I feel like, and I haven't seen this in the past few years, but I feel like there were several consecutive years where I saw news blurbs that, because this is a state to state issue. Like there are states like Arizona who just don't participate, which is also just insane. It's kind of boggles the mind a little bit, but I feel like I used to see a news story every year, like, yeah, they're getting close to voting this shit away. Every year you used to hear this, like, yeah, this is the last time we're going to have to do it. Next time we're not going to do it. And here we still are doing it.
If we're looking for an issue to unite us all, would this not be the issue to do so?
Oh my God, absolutely. The other thing that I always loved about it is when you get in conversations with people about daylight saving time, which, by the way, I just learned like 2-3 years ago that it's saving singular. We all say daylight savings, and as Chicagoans, we like to add S's to things anyway.
Yeah, Jules, Aldi's, etc.
Yeah. But I always thought it was daylight savings time. It's not. It's daylight saving time.
That's two things I've learned on the show. Iraq was drawn
See,
by
look,
hand.
look at this.
See?
Look at us educating the people.
I'll write these down.
But when you get in conversations with people about it, you'll say, someone will inevitably say like, well, why the hell do we even do this? It's so stupid. And then someone else will say something because of the farmers, but they're not prepared to follow that with anything.
Right.
Because if you say, what about the farmers? What does this do for them? They've got nothing.
Well, so they get an extra
no one
hour.
You're talking to has met a farmer.
They get an extra hour of daylight in the summer. Okay, cool.
Yes,
so,
but this thing now
but
exists
don't pull it back.
Light.
Right. So, but if you don't pull it back, you also get an extra hour of daylight in the winter.
Right.
Who needs that?
It's just whatever. I'm not going to pretend to understand it. I will. I definitely hate it though.
Yeah,
people love a pitch black rush hour in the snow.
It's the greatest.
The best, dude.
Who doesn't?
So
I loved leaving work at 4:45, and it's already completely dark.
Yeah,
the best.
It's great. Very happy.
Really makes you want to.
Seasonal depression is real.
Really makes you want to do all that stuff you were gonna do when you get home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. All my farming.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna farm, but now it's dark. I know.
Fresh out of farming.
Better go to bed at 7 p.m.
Yeah, seriously.
Feels good.
Oh, that was not my topic, though.
All right. Well, Jay, welcome to the show. What is your topic going to be tonight?
So I've been struggling. There's a couple ways I'll ask you this: do you prefer the simplest form or like a little more complicated?
I mean, I'm a very simpleton person.
Okay. So
Stoop can be complicated. But
why don't I do this? Since I'm new here, I'll let you guys choose. I have one way I was going to present this was the 5 best comfort television shows, like shows you can just watch, and but the top 5 thing, it's kind of been done.
Okay.
So, or I can just pitch to you why my number 1 is my number 1.
These are basically the same,
right?
Because especially the way that this show typically goes is I'm going to say we to spread blame, even though it's pretty much just me. But we typically just sort of filibuster so that we don't have to address whatever your topic is.
Oh, fair. All right. So I'll start with I'm going to simplify it, and I'll tell you why I believe that Gilmore Girls is the best comfort show ever made, because it is the television version of a cup of hot cocoa, where it is very kind of beautifully lit, not too aggressively lit. There's nice little musical interludes, usually by Carole King. There's attractive people all over the screen of varying levels of wealth and success and likability. And it's one of those shows that you can just put on any episode at any time and just watch it. And I say it to my wife all the time when we have the discussion about what we're going to watch. I said, I just want to turn my brain off. And Gilmore Girls is great for just turning your brain off. So when I need something to just start drooling before I fall asleep, Gilmore Girls is the answer. And I got into this show because my wife watched it through college, and I'm 47, just so people have a frame of reference. So my wife was always on in the background when I was playing a game or online or whatever. And just through osmosis, I started to really like the show. And I realized this year when Hope was like, I can turn this off, I was like, please don't. I can just consume this all day and not get sick of it. It's just really great for just in these unprecedented times to just forget about everything and just, it's like a CBD television show.
In that it doesn't work.
Well, you got to have a little THC in there for it to work. A little bit.
I can, just to be an asshole, I can instantly give you at least 2 of Sam's top 5.
Okay.
Which are The Office and The Sopranos, neither of which, well, okay, I've watched The Office. I've never watched The Sopranos. I've also seen Gilmore Girls.
Yep.
Confused. See, this is how out of my depth I am on this because I almost confused though. I doubt that they're similar at all. I know about Gilmore Girls. I have watched a little bit of it. But,
I think they gossip about Gilmore Girls in that show.
But
Gossip
also,
Gilmore Girls.
there must be something in the family here because I'm trying to crazy guy bulletin board connect here because your cousin was on the show and he picked Vanderpump Rules as his topic,
and he came prepared with like a freaking crazy graphic that was all over the place connecting who's dating who and how this is.
Wow.
It was wild.
See, but see that to me, that's not turning my brain off.
No, this was very much engaged.
It's very simple. There's like, I think there's 7 seasons, and the last one was kind of like the last season of Arrested Development. We're like, we should probably just do one. Like, yeah, sure, and it'll be on Netflix only, and it won't be that good.
Yeah,
sort of a thing. But Gilmore Girls is very simple. There's the mother and the daughter, Lorelai and Rory. There's Lorelai's parents, Emily and Richard, and then Rory rotates between 2 guys, Dean and Jess. Both are detestable in their own way. And then Lorelai goes between Luke, the diner owner, and a variety of other guys. And then like Rory's dad. But literally, that's like the whole cast. It's like a 10-person cast of people that actually are meaningful to the show. So it's very easy.
Melissa McCarthy's in that show, right?
Melissa McCarthy she is Lorelai's best friend and the chef at the Dragonfly Inn that Lorelai owns.
Okay,
thought everyone knew that, but I guess
and that show went a while, right? So there's a good volume of it.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. You could just throw it on at any point, and you're like, oh, I know this one, and it's good, and we'll watch 5 in a row, and it'll be great.
Now, are they hour episodes, half-hour episodes?
Oh, half hour. Yeah, these were like. I don't know where so I didn't watch when it was actually on, which I feel like it's how most people watch TV now. Yep. It has to be canceled before I start watching.
Yes. Now, 100%. Well, also there just kind of is no such thing as TV now.
Yeah, true. I wonder if it was probably like the CW or the WB or one of those.
Both.
Okay, someone says in the chat ABC Family.
I'm looking at the Gilmore Girls Wikipedia. And the first,
Sean Gunn was in it. Yep,
that's amazing. The first 6 seasons are at least on the Wikipedia page, which is always a solid source. The first 6 seasons are the WB, and then the 7th final season is on the CW.
Yeah, so I guess those because of the production value, where it looks fine usually. But it's not like
super. It looks like a sitcom to my memory. It looks like a.
Yes, it's not lit like a big network TV show. It's a little dark. It's a little foggy. It's a little, and I think part of it is when the show started too. But I think that's really just part of the vibe, though. It's just the way it's filmed is just very. It's very just peaceful.
This was already after the live studio audience craze, right? They didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
There is no laugh track or studio audience to the show, but it's funny, but it's not a comedy. It's more of I would say it's probably skews more drama than comedy, but lighthearted drama. There was an episode though where Richard had angina that we watched last night, and that got scary for a while. They took him to the hospital on Christmas, and it was a whole thing. And this is, pre everyone having a cell phone. So it's just check the voicemail and you got to go to the hospital because Grandpa's in the hospital.
Scary. When you said, I thought you were going to say that was the comedic episode because of the word. Because of the word.
The word angina is hilarious.
Yes. Correct.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it wasn't revealed that it was angina until the end. So that was the comic relief after a stressful episode.
Yeah. It's a little traumatic. Kids used to always shout at me that I had angina when I was all right. Yeah. Terrible joke. Sam,
I'm just picturing one of Jay's tweets of angina, like picking up the name.
You know what? I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, look at that.
There we go. Look at
I'm gonna do Ann with an E in honor of my sister, by the way.
There we go.
And then how would I spell Gina? Gyna? Because Gina is Gina.
It's Gina, yeah, that's true.
All right.
Yeah.
And I always had the tag Bernstein in it.
Yep.
There you go. Beautiful.
Right.
He's He's gonna acknowledge this show one way or another. God
It's
damn it!
Yes, you are, Bernstein.
And it was, by the way, your preparation method of finding out what the topic is and not preparing for it. Dan Bernstein did that for 25 years at the Score. So it works. It works for some people. It's made him a lot of money over the years.
Hell
so,
yeah.
yeah.
Sam thinks I sound like Dan.
When you play him at 1.5 times, he sounds just like Bernstein.
Oh, okay. Well,
It
when I
makes
listen
sense.
back,
I mean, it makes sense. Jewish kids from the North Shore, with the Chicago family accent. It makes sense.
I'm not touching that one. I'm good.
Oh, Sam would love to.
Don't worry, I'm all over.
Yeah, you can do it for me.
Now, is Gilmore Girls? Was it set in like East Coast area, or is it?
Yes. Gilmore Girls is in the fictional town of, oh my God, my wife's going to come down here and punch me in the head. Stars Hollow.
That's a long town. Okay, what was it?
Stars Hollow. And I don't think they identify what it is, but I think it's like Connecticut, Rhode Island-ish. I don't know if they actually say we're in this state.
When you were describing the show, I was like, that sounds like Connecticut.
Yeah. Yes, I think that's correct. Yes.
Just sounds like a bunch of rich white people in Connecticut.
So yeah, it's saying it is New England. So it's like vaguely New England.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's always interesting to me, because like growing up, I was a huge fan of The Simpsons, and that was like they over time they leaned in more and more to how nebulous they were about where Springfield was, because everywhere in the United States has a Springfield. And it's always interesting as a creative choice whether the writers pick an actual place that exists for the show to take place in or make up a place. And this sounds like it's like Gilmore Girls is kind of in between, where it's like this is a made up place, but we're identifying with a geographic and cultural region. And I don't know. That's just interesting to me. Like, how do you decide when you're writing a thing?
All right. Well, I just got a text from my wife that Rory, the daughter, goes to school in Chilton. Chilton is the prep school she's at, and that's in Hartford,
which is Connecticut. Sam was right.
So I don't know what her commute was, though. That was not addressed on the show.
Well, everything's pretty close together over there.
Yeah. Yeah. You can get there quickly.
It's all walkable.
Yeah.
I don't know about walkable. I don't know if anywhere.
Rory got hit by a deer on the way to school once.
Hit by a deer?
Yeah, she was in her Jeep, and she was talking to her friend Lane Kim, who was in a band, Hep Alien, on the show, starring Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. Was in her band. His name was Gil on the show. But she was making a phone call at a stop sign, very responsible, pulled over, and a deer ran right into her damn car, and she missed her test.
Oh. See, yeah, I was going to give you a hard time by phrasing it the way that you did.
No, literally
was hit by a deer.
And that's why no one believed her. That's why she was late for the test, because she got hit by a deer, and everyone's like, because it's like
a deer ate my homework.
It's a prep school, and it's like, well, these are the rules here at Chilton. You will not miss a test, and there's antler dents in her door. Back off,
Yeah, she just got to. I mean, if there's dents, she's just got to show them.
Right, just pull the dents up. Simple. But then you don't have an episode.
It just ends there.
Like, oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, come on and take the test.
This is another one of my many bits that I don't have the actual wherewithal to create is like that, like a show that sets up a premise and just answers it, and that's it. The episode's like 30 seconds long.
Yeah, I like that. And roll credits.
Yeah,
yes.
That's it. Come back next week.
My daughter used to watch a show called Little Einsteins, and it was a half-hour kid show. And it was this group of kids. They had a spaceship, and they had to like solve the world's simplest problem, but it took a half hour. So it'd be like, how are we going to get around this rock? Like, you're in a fucking spaceship. Like, it should not take you 25 minutes to circle the rock.
You have literally infinite directions in which you could turn the ship.
You could go over, you can go around it. There's really anything you can do to get around the rock. But then again, once that problem would be solved, the episode's over. It would. I can suspend disbelief for a kid's show, but man, Little Einsteins would just fill me with rage because I would think even the kids who would have trouble expressing themselves would be like, "Go around, go on the walk."
Oh, see, that would have. Yeah, no, see, I could. If I'm 4 years old watching that, I'm getting pissed off.
Yeah,
I'm like standing up, like just go. What do you mean?
Right.
It's like watching a Bears game.
Yeah. Go the other way. Yes.
Yeah, you're going the wrong way. But the flip side of this coin then is one of my absolute favorite super underrated Adult Swim show that was Mike Tyson Mysteries. And dude, it's crazy how no one I talk to has seen it.
I've not seen it. I know of it.
They did like 4 or 5 seasons, I think. And it's animated in like the old 70s Scooby-Doo style. And I mean, star-studded cast. It's Norm Macdonald, Jim Rash from Community, which is, I'll get back to Community.
Yep.
And Mike Tyson himself plays Mike Tyson. And he really would say anything that they fed him in terms of lines. You know, he had no problem being the butt of jokes and stuff. But they are the Adult Swim short form episodes, but every single episode is they set up a very clear, they spell out what the premise of the episode is, or, you know, it poses a question, right? They do that. By the end of the episode, the premise has been completely abandoned. Nothing has been solved. There's no resolution, and it's just over. And it's not like a linear, you know, it's not like a series. So every episode, it just, you start over. And the writing on that show is some of the best of anything ever. And I wish more people knew about it.
So Jim Rash, Norm. So who is the writer of that? Because that sounds very Norm Macdonald-y to me.
Yeah, I don't think Norm wrote for it at all.
Or Paul, like it seems like a Paul Scheer kind of a bit.
I think Jim Rash did some writing for it, but I don't remember off the top of my head who else.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know. It's too bad we can't access this information.
It's like what Herb was talking about the live show. You know, you can't.
But like,
don't fact check me.
It really made me like Mike Tyson, who has become fairly likable in his later years.
I'll say more likable.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Why? Hey, he was totally cool back.
So anyway, I don't. The names here: Rachel Ramras. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Larry Dorff and Hugh Davidson.
Yeah,
Rachel Ramras is the only one with a Wikipedia.
The show is brilliant, and for me, I'm really an asshole, and I can't. Most media I consume, if it doesn't surprise me, I don't enjoy it.
Okay.
And
you will hate Gilmore Girls.
I'm not yucking anybody's yum.
That's fine.
But this show, every single episode, they set up a premise very deliberately, very clearly, and by the end, it has been completely abandoned.
I love that.
It's just, it's great. And
is it streaming anywhere? It's got to be.
That's the problem. Is they're so, first of all, separate whole show, but the atomization of all of the television products is just the worst thing in the world. This is so much worse than cable ever was.
Yeah, if only there was a place where you'd watch everything.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Cool.
Everything goes full circle. Yeah.
But even whoever has rights to the Adult Swim stuff right now, I typically there's just some stuff that's not on there. Mike Tyson Mysteries, I know, is on Adult Swim, like their service, so for sure you can find it there. I can't say for sure. Who knows? It could have changed 3 times in the last 30 seconds. But
I saw the Robot Chicken Star Wars. I saw somewhere.
Oh man!
And maybe that was on Disney because it's Star Wars.
I think we think that the kids now are screwed because of the internet brain rot. But if we're being honest with ourselves, at least, you know, Sam and I are in our early 30s, and I mean, this stuff started way before social media. I think that our brains and senses of humor and attention spans the destruction began in the Robot Chicken era.
Yeah. I mean, so how old are you guys, if you don't mind me asking?
32.
32.
Okay. So, yeah, I got a 15-year lead. So I think our brain rot started with Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Was
Which
kind of like
the other
very
night,
first.
the other night, because I never watched it as a kid. My folks wouldn't let me. But the other night I did sit, just one of the new Beavis and Butthead episodes happened to come on, and I did sit and watch it, and it was great. Mike Judge, I think, still has whatever the sauce is.
It just makes you dumb laugh like it shouldn't.
I mean, it was just so, the kids are now with the 6, 7 and all this stuff that we don't understand. Like,
Which there's also, I just saw the South Park episode about that.
oh, I got to see that too. Yeah. But like just walking around high school, like, you said balls. And that's all we did. That's all we did. We literally in 8th grade, and I went to a Catholic school, we were so stupid that anytime in any context, our teacher used the word cum or head in any way, like, hey, can you come over here? Or, hey, what's that on your head? We would go, ew, as a class. 8th grade. So this is not a new thing for this generation of kids to be idiots.
Right, exactly.
And it was somehow, and props to the teachers, one of which was a nun, train themselves to stop using either word. It was those are words you use.
Yeah,
all
no,
the
that's
time.
actually that genuinely that's pretty impressive. And that's
I wonder
really...
if I can just imagine like back in the mid 90s, like the smoke filled teachers lounge, like, how are we gonna not use these words? We gotta come up with some other solutions because these kids they're ewing every time we say cum or head.
and picturing that, but it's a teacher's lounge full of nuns smoking is even better.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure the nun knew what was going on, but the non-nuns knew.
Boy, say that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I didn't grow up with Beavis and Butthead, but I definitely got called that a lot. Growing up, because me and my friends were the same way.
Balls.
Yeah.
To this day, people call me Butthead. I don't know if it's related, but
I don't know. I don't see it, but by the way, my wife, who is wonderful, I should just have her come down here. She's done a whole research project on the Gilmore Girls commute from home to Chilton. So it was an hour commute for Rory.
This is insane that this information even exists.
Well, I think this is my wife just consuming more Gilmore Girls than anyone has ever and just absorbing the knowledge. Like when you were talking about Springfield, I'm like, Springfield's in Missouri. They talked about it on the Behind the Laughter episode. It's like the one time they acknowledged it because in college, again, aging myself, we just had VHS tapes of...
You're a Simpsons super nerd then, I take it.
Yeah, up until what, like season 12?
Right.
So we just had VHS tapes of episode after episode after episode, and we would just have them on, almost like you go to a sports bar and like ESPN and Fox, and they're just playing. That was just our lives. It was just Simpsons playing in the background as we went about our lives. So yeah, anything from, I think, season 1 to 12, I'd pretty much have good info on. Beyond that, I got nothing.
So for me and Sam, our version of that is Family Guy, the exact same, the same. What you're describing, exactly the same.
Right.
And when Family Guy is really hitting its stride, we are 13, 14, like just the perfect age for that.
Yeah.
But I'll say my version of this, or I guess my comfort show, because I had to think about this for a minute, but then I said Community out loud, and it's definitely Community for me.
That is on my list. That is number 5 on the list I had if we were going to do a list.
That would be. I haven't thought of 2 through 5, but number 1 would have to be that.
That show is so good and so funny and so creative. And again, more Jim Rash.
Dan Harmon.
And I didn't think. Why am I blanking on the guy's name? The main guy.
Joel McHale.
Joel McHale. I usually don't like because he's just your bona fide douche. Mm-hmm. but
he
just
plays the douche
exactly
act. Yeah.
And he completely leaned into it and nailed it. And I'm like, okay, if
Right.
he's playing it this well, he's probably not actually like that.
Because I remember being real young and my mom watching The Soup, which is the satirical kind of like whatever. Tosh Point oh stole 100% of his shtick from Joel McHale doing The Soup on the E channel. But I remember that and kind of thinking the guy was funny, but I was probably a little bit too young to catch the nuance of what he was doing. But you're right. He played the douche so well.
Mm-hmm.
You just thought that's this guy.
Well, like every great show though, it starts off with he's the main character, just like The Simpsons started with Bart.
Mm-hmm.
But then it became where Joel McHale was the straight man of the show that would let everybody else around him shine.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like, I guess Jeff was his name on the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Jeff was the main character in quotes, but really every memorable part of Community was everybody else. Allison Brie and Donald Glover and Abed and like they were all
not to leave out Chevy Chase. who did 4 of the 6 seasons they did.
Who played himself.
Who literally hang on, because the lore here is deeper than I even really fully know, because I'm just as a rule, I don't get deep into the like nerdy digging into the things that I like, because I'm afraid that the things that I like will be ruined if I get too deep behind the curtain.
Never meet or read about your heroes.
But I take that pretty seriously. Like it goes for, first of all, separate conversation, but I really envy music enjoyers before the internet and social media, because now we have to know who these people are. And before you could just enjoy music, and now you can't. You fucking can't. Even if you try, eventually you're gonna find out, oh boy, this I Believe I Can Fly is a really good song.
Did I miss something with R. Kelly?
No, don't worry about it.
All right, good.
So it's just a remix to Ignition, not actual.
Okay.
I mean, it's nothing about nothing Hugh Hefner wouldn't do.
Okay, see?
One of them went to jail, one of them didn't. I wonder what the difference is between the two. Anyway, the fuck was I talking about? Community is great. And Dan Harmon is a complicated individual. But those are typically the best artists, is people who are mentally ill and have some demons. And the most of my followers or listeners would probably better know Dan Harmon from his work on the show Rick and Morty, which he co-created with Justin Roiland, the now disgraced Justin Roiland, going back to, boy, I wish we knew less about everyone. But Rick and Morty would probably be in my top 5 too, and it sucks that it's gotten the connotation and reputation that it's gotten, because those first couple seasons, when it was still fresh, were just some of the best written television that I've ever seen.
So I watched a few of those, and then just for whatever reason, just stopped. It wasn't that I didn't enjoy it, but probably more of a time thing. But I don't know that.
You don't have anything going on.
No, but I don't know anything. I don't know. Like you said, Dan Harmon, I don't know what he did. I don't know why he's complicated. Maybe that's good.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not even gonna tell you.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you know about Justin Roiland though, because he got kicked off. I mean, that was a pretty big media.
I actually do not know this story.
He was texting underage girls and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So now there have been seasons of Rick and Morty since he was, exiled from polite society, where Rick and Morty, because he voiced both of those characters, are voiced by not him.
Yeah. Well, times have changed. And back when I was a youth, there was a band called Winger. And they had a song called 17. And it was about a girl who's only 17. But she's old enough for me. That was the chorus. And it was like, hell yeah, turn this one up. Right. And there's so many songs like that back in the day. Like, do you ever read the lyrics to Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
A little different. Not what you It's a good thing that Mick can't enunciate very well because it's startling.
The first time that I heard that song, and I was like 10, I happened to be with my best friend with whom I grew up and his family, who were diehard Stones fans, like huge Stones fans. So I heard that song and didn't think anything of it, and then was summarily told the meaning behind the song, and I was like, yeah, okay, this tracks.
Even as I was older, it was like, oh, he's attracted to black ladies. Cool.
Fine.
And maybe there's a better way to say that, but then you're like, whoa. Let me I never could figure out the oh my god. I can never get the verse. And the chat says Baby It's Cold Outside is about a date rape. And Sweet Caroline is about a child.
Oh, Baby It's Cold Outside, when you listen to it as a conscious adult person, it's the creepiest thing I've ever heard. It's so makes me viscerally uncomfortable to actually consider.
One of my favorite South Park mashes. Just when they did.
I thought you were gonna say it's one of my favorite songs.
No. They do the mash over there.
Sam famously hates women.
That's very true. They do a hologram of Bill Cosby singing "Baby It's Cold Outside" to somebody.
Fuck,
dude.
Okay, so here's another weird, interesting parallel: is that years before Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland created a YouTube animated series called House of Cosbys. This was before the whole everything was exposed about Cosby, so this was more innocent than it seems. However, now that both of them have been disgraced in definitely different levels, and I wish as a society we had kind of a scale instead of just an on-off switch. Anyway, you made me think of, when you said the Just 17 song, that made me think of probably another show that would be in my top 5 would be another Adult Swim animated show, Metalocalypse, which is also just phenomenally written and very irreverent, and you don't have to be into heavy metal music or anything to enjoy the show. It's really good. You'll enjoy it more if you're any part of the heavy metal world.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
but we've got much to talk about then. But it's so good, and there's a clown, Dr. Roxo, who's basically his catchphrase throughout the series is, "I'm Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. I do cocaine," and he's supposed to be. He's basically a representation of all of 80s hair metal, like you mentioned, Sebastian Bach.
It sounded like Axl when you were doing it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what they all sounded like. But to me, they're the Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses. They're all the same fucking thing because it's all the same thing. But sorry if that hurts. It was all before I was born.
It's not really all the same.
Yeah, it's
Guns N' Roses is different.
Yeah, I hope I
next time I'm on.
That's a bad news about Axl, bud.
Oh no, he's a real piece of shit. But
yeah,
I'm talking about the music, not the people or the spirit.
It's all pretty close. Pretty close.
Next time I'm on.
All right, fine.
I defend the glory of Guns N' Roses versus other hair metal bands.
It's all pretty predatory when you look back at it. Anyway,
yes.
The Dr. Roxo, the character, represents that whole 80s hair metal zeitgeist, and they had a hit. Dr. Roxo's band in the 80s had a hit song, something about Shirley MacLaine, and she's just 14. And that's probably now that I think about it, that they were probably referencing what you're talking about.
Yeah, Winger was horrible. Even as a youth, when I was pre-17, I was like, "Whoa, 17? That's an old woman." But I'm like, this song sucks. These guys are terrible. But yeah. So anyway, point being, it was much easier to not know stuff.
Man,
because now it's even like another one on my list is Parks and Rec. And like Aziz Ansari, and like that was like, okay. And he had a show.
It sucks to learn this stuff. I wish I didn't. Okay, I should. clarify. I wish these guys weren't assholes. I wish this stuff didn't happen.
Right.
Like everybody heard me say that. Okay.
Very clearly.
I wish I didn't have to know this stuff. I wish we all didn't learn this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved Led Zeppelin growing up, learning that they just wholesale stole most of those riffs, most of those songs from black artists in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at those guys, and I'm sure you can find hard evidence of this if you dig on the internet. Again, I'm not the one to do that. I try not to do that. I'm sure that Robert Plant, Jimmy Page have really bad rap sheets with underage girls, and probably a lot of your favorite rock and roll musicians, because that's who's coming to the shows.
There is a do I want to tell this story?
Anyway, Gilmore Girls.
All right, I will tell you a story, not the one I was going to. I'll tell you off the air, the bad one. Robert Plant. This is one of my favorite stories from back in my radio days.
By the way, fuck Greta Van Fleet.
Oh, yeah.
You're just doing Led Zeppelin. You're just a Led Zeppelin cover band.
You're a bad Led Zeppelin cover band.
And if you listen to them, what are you doing?
Just listen to Led Zeppelin. Yes, exactly.
Who themselves were ripping other people off, but at least.
Yeah, it's only once removed.
Right.
So Robert Plant. So I was told this story by a WXRT employee. So I would believe this would be like the late 90s, early 2000s. Robert Plant was like promoting an album, and he was coming to visit WXRT and do like an in-studio interview, and everyone's like, oh my God, Robert Plant is going to be here. That's awesome. Like, people were making sure they were there. Maybe they were bringing a friend just to like get a glimpse of Robert Plant. So he shows up, super gracious, and like, all right, Robert, like, thanks for coming. We appreciate it, man. Yeah, sure, no problem. And Robert Plant wouldn't leave. So like he was just like hanging around the office.
What do you mean wouldn't leave?
So the interview was over, and they walked him out and said, "Hey man, hey, thanks a lot for doing this." And he's like, "Yeah, great. Like, can we get some lunch?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure. Let's order some lunch." And like Robert Plant just like simply would not leave the XRT offices. I don't know if he had nothing else to do, or he was just feeling like really gregarious and wanting to hang out. But it was like, okay, well, I got that sales call coming up here in about a half hour, so you're gonna. Well, I guess we'll just hand it over to Tom over here, who'll get you dinner if you're not gonna. So the story is that Robert Plant would not leave XRT, which is just really funny.
Sorry if you already said this. Where did you hear this?
It was from I'm not sure which XRT employee it was. It was one of two.
This sounds this sounds like a Lynn Bramer archive.
I am 85% sure it was Lynn Bramer.
Yeah.
But I don't have the other 15% certainty. So I will say I think it was Lynn Bramer, but it might have been
someone ingrained at it.
It could have been a Terry Hemmert yarn as well. So,
but she's also awesome. But that's yeah, I'm sure he just like, this is the only thing he had booked for the day. So he's like, hey, I'm having a good time.
But how do you kick Robert Plant out?
Right. Well, he probably felt like, hey, all these people are treating me like a fucking god.
Yeah.
So,
right.
But I guess
I'm gonna milk the shit out of this.
But I guess he was just very like, yeah, just like very cool. Like, it's like your friend who doesn't get the hint after your party.
I hate
it's like you and your partner, your roommate, or whatever. Like, well, it's getting late. Like, yeah, I can't believe it's this late, huh? You're like, yeah,
I can't believe
I can't believe everyone left 90 minutes ago. And
you're like, actually, it's only 5:30. So
like
daylight savings.
You're like, yeah, I'm tired. This is my bedtime.
Yeah, boy, I'd usually be asleep by now. I know, crazy. Like, oh god, get out of here, Robert Plant.
All right. Do you want to smoke a blunt? All right.
Yeah, fine. I guess so. By the way, you mentioned the Cosby Show. Speaking of Don't Meet Your Heroes, I grew up on Bill Cosby, the show.
Listen, no one can take away we can't, and this is what I was alluding to with we ought to have a scale of things, and definitely Cosby was an apex predator, but
yes, yeah.
But that doesn't change the cultural impact that the Cosby Show had.
I had his stand-up records like memorized, and they were funny as hell. And now you listen back, you're kind of like, ooh, there were signs.
Right. And again, I say, I wish he weren't a monster. I wish that stuff hadn't happened.
Yeah.
But I also wish we didn't have to know this about, like you're saying, the artist with whom I fell in love with their material and they formed my sense of humor and stuff.
Yeah. I saw Bill Cosby do stand up, and he walked right past me, and I was like, oh my God, that's one of my comedy heroes. And then shout out to Hannibal Buress, Chicago comic, who is the first one to call him out and say, hey, remember Bill Cosby did this to everybody? And people got mad at him. And he's like, what? I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
Right.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Right. And
It's weird. It's weird that it took Hannibal Buress randomly doing like a bit about Cosby, just a riff, off the cuff riff about Cosby. It's weird that that is the thing that triggered, like the government looking into what Cosby has done.
Well, it's all. I also think too, and we're way off topic, but that's fine. It is the selective outrage, because like David Bowie, no one wants to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, pick your favorite rock and roll star between 1960 and 19.
Insert rock star here.
Yeah, well, hey, phrasing, Sam. Come on.
Ah.
That's how we got these problems in the first place.
You know who doesn't have any allegations that I know of is Freddie Mercury. And it's okay to like Queen. Don't tell me if I'm wrong.
I don't know. The movie was so bad and poorly edited.
I never saw it because I didn't want it to ruin Queen for me.
It would have, because it just didn't follow any of the story.
Yeah, I didn't want.
That's the thing is, if
I don't watch these biopics anymore when they come out because I was I was probably like, I don't know, 13, 14 when when Jamie Foxx, the Ray Charles movie happened. And I didn't know any. I knew nothing about Ray Charles before I saw that movie. So it's like, now that I know how much that shaped kind of my view of Ray Charles, I don't watch any of these biopics. It's not that like turned me off from Ray Charles or anything. It's just that I don't want and I extrapolate this onto the general, public, that these biopics, salute general public, these biopics shape people's opinions of people who really existed. And it's like, how much of this?
Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of them. The Queen one is horrible.
It is not good.
It's so if you saw
everybody liked it. Didn't that guy win an award for it?
Rami Malek was good. The writing and everything else was bad.
Because he channeled Freddie Mercury brilliantly. And he deserves credit for that. But the script and the editing was horrible. Yeah. But I'll say this: find on YouTube the recreation of the Farm Aid or the Live Aid, and you can kind of
he knocked it out.
It was like if you were flipping between the real and the fake, it would be hard to tell sometimes. It was
it's
that
crazy
well done.
That's the first scene they filmed of that movie too.
Well, it was all downhill from there.
They also had the director change and all that shit.
Yeah. And Borat quit.
Well, I felt that way about was it Joaquin Phoenix that played Johnny Cash?
Yes.
He did a bang up job of being Johnny Cash, but I don't know how much of any of that. And also shout out the late Val Kilmer, who I thought did a tremendous Jim Morrison.
Yeah, I got to see that again.
Apparently, a lot of people hate that movie.
I think that was.
I thought he did a good job of being Jim Morrison.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. I mean, I saw it when it first came out, and I haven't seen it since. But I feel like maybe the reaction initially was, "Don't make us feel bad about this guy." Right?
Yeah, and by the way, not for nothing, Jim Morrison likely a CIA plant in the zeitgeist. Anyway,
we'll see. Now when I have you on my podcast, that's what you're going to talk about. Because
I would love nothing more than to be on the I'm Fat podcast. I'm a listener.
I see you're spiritually fat. What does that mean?
Well, you should see his leg.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say I don't want to pull out my leg on the.
That sounds very weird.
Yeah, it would look very weird. But okay. I can almost guarantee you, despite the age gap, that I've eaten more cheeseburgers than you have.
Okay.
And I'm just one of those lucky metabolism guys, but I do consider myself a fat in spirit.
No, that's Rick and I always say that fat is a way of life. It's not a body not a body shape.
I very much appreciate what you and Rick have done, and I consider myself a fat, to be sure.
You're allowed. And the fattest person I know weighs about 150 pounds. Former score producer Cy Strezzo has a breaded steak sandwich every day.
Oh my God, that's insane. What are his poops like?
I have not looked this week, but I'm assuming not great.
Oh my God. I can't. I mean, one of
he
those.
He will be the guy whose his heart will explode on the train. Yeah.
My heart's like, I'm counting on the heart attack before 50. So I've got a good 18 years still, but I'm counting on that.
Yeah.
But the breaded steaks, the I assume you mean Rico Benes.
He does Rico Benes and Freddy's on 31st Street.
So I haven't had the Rico Benes one because I know that like that's my day. Like I eat garbage. Everyone who knows me knows I love garbage, and I can talk all day about it. Again, I've got a leg dedicated to it. But
hold on. I need to know. I was getting the first time I would let it go. I need to know now what
we had to take it from diabetes.
Yeah, right. Is it amputated, or do you have like elephantitis leg, or are you like tattooed in food items? That's my guess.
Tattooed.
Okay.
The third one.
So my favorite a girl, her name is Jen. She used to intern at the Score. She has a tattoo of the bunny.
Wife. I feel like we should qualify.
It's not my wife. No,
I said besides your wife because you said your favorite girl, and I just.
Oh no, I interrupted my own thought. One of my favorite tattoos is this girl Jen has the gummy Venus de Milo from The Simpsons tattooed on her.
Oh, I love that.
The back of her arm. So yeah, and she has hot dogs and burgers and stuff like that. So, yeah. Then I touched her sweet can. It was not Jen the Engine CD44. It was a different Jen.
That was that episode of The Simpsons educated me as a very young person, probably like 8 or 9, on how the media editing and manipulation works. So that was very important. Thank you.
Yet somehow it's still happening.
Oh, yes. It's still, I'm just saying for me, and I was probably too conscious or sentient as an 8 or 9-year-old kid seeing that episode, but that right there, that episode of The Simpsons made me go, oh, okay. So news media can really edit stuff however they want to make anybody look however that was really a good thing for me to see, I think.
Yeah, that was good. I'm glad it resonated with you. Sorry, we're getting low on time. Do you want the rest of the
anyway,
list?
Gilmore Girls.
Okay, so Gilmore Girls is number 1. Number 2 is Broad City. You guys watch Broad City?
My brothers have loved that show. I have not watched it myself.
All right, you got to watch Broad City.
They swear by it, though.
What is that, HBO, or what is that?
That's a Comedy Central.
Comedy Central. Okay. Yeah, it's Abby Jacobson.
Yeah, I know. I like the people that are on it. I just haven't watched it.
It's great. I already mentioned Parks and Rec. That's just an easy turn your brain off.
Sam loves Parks and Rec.
That is also one of mine.
The Office.
Yeah, I prefer Parks and Rec to The Office just because I like the characters better.
Well, you and Sam can box.
Okay, that's fine.
He's not wrong. Parks and Rec has deeper characters. He's not wrong about that.
And
you like The Office more?
Yeah, I do.
I like The Office. I can throw that on too, but I'm just not as passionate about it as some people are. And then Detroiters.
Sam's one of those people that you're talking about. Sam's one of those people.
Fine.
So Detroiters is Tim Robinson's.
Yeah,
Tim Robinson and Sam Richardson's, and it was on Comedy Central, and it completely bombed. Then it wasn't anywhere streaming forever.
And literally, then I Think You Should Leave happened, and now people are like, "Oh, Detroiters! Oh, this is great."
Yes, Detroiters is absolutely great. And I will say, I Think You Should Leave can be a little bit much for people.
Yes,
it's a little off the rails.
A certain kind of also, and this is just a me problem, kind of my inner hipster that I cringe when I hear people who I would consider normies in public quoting "I Think You Should Leave," because a lot of people close to me said, like, you have to see "I Think You Should Leave" because this is what's happening in your brain, Stoop Kid. This is what's happening in your head all the time. And I watched it and I was like, yeah, you're right. But then when I'm out and I hear people quoting it, I'm like, you don't
That's not for you.
That culture's not your costume, buddy. yeah. But Detroiters. So I'll tell you, I like Detroiters so much. I did watch it when it was on. I was like the guy besides Tim and Sam.
the one viewer.
And then I bought it on iTunes.
Wow.
Because it was like the only place to get it because it wasn't streaming anywhere. It wasn't replaying anywhere. So I literally had to buy the 2 seasons of Detroiters on iTunes. I think I still have them, but now they're readily available. But that is, I think, pound for pound, the funniest show ever. That show makes me laugh harder than any show I've ever watched in my life.
So I have been putting off watching it for no particular reason, but I see clips of it all the time, and I'm like, God, I have to. Well, you know what? The reason is just because I don't watch like TV shows or movies in my free time ever.
Yeah, well, make an exception for this. Are you a wrestling guy at all?
Dude.
No?
I'm surprised Sam didn't crack up when
Okay. All right. No, that's fair. There's just a great wrestling cameo in it. That if it doesn't even matter because it's not even, it doesn't reference itself. It's just a famous wrestler plays a character.
Oh, I shouldn't have given a definitive answer on that because we've lost some of our audience by me saying no.
It's okay.
I've made fun of wrestling on many podcasts, so it's fine. It doesn't matter.
I just assume that most white men with podcasts like wrestling.
You wouldn't. Usually you're right on that. We're like the one who don't.
Yeah, it's like the biggest shock.
On a percentage basis, you're going to be right more than you're wrong.
Yeah, and it's the biggest shock of my life that Rick Camp, my dear friend, who is a white male middle-aged podcaster who went to Illinois Media School. Does not like wrestling. That is a literal unicorn.
Yeah, that really is.
Yeah, Rick and I would get along great.
Yes.
Well, Jay, before you get out of here, we have a couple fan questions about Gilmore.
Oh, nice.
So first one from Sean Jankowski. Do you have a Luke's coffee mug?
No, my wife has a Luke's shirt, though. A Luke's Diner t-shirt that I bought her.
I'm sure Sam has Dunder Mifflin merch, so.
Oh, I have it all. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
we do have, I believe that's the only Gilmore Girls item we own. I think that's the only one.
I have an entire room in my house dedicated to the office.
Oh, that's
Jesus
cool.
Christ, I haven't even seen that room.
Entire room.
Cool.
Are you embarrassed to show me?
No, it's where the dog's cages are. And this one is from my wife. Are you team Jess, Dean, or Logan?
I am. So I always get the names messed up because I think they name the characters wrong. I am team Jess, who is. See, I feel like the bad boy should be named Dean.
Yeah,
Isn't Dean like a tougher name than Jess?
for sure it is. Wait,
Okay,
Jess
so-
is a man?
Yes, Jess is a man.
Oh yeah, this is bad.
I assume Jesse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're correct in your
Yeah, so I always get those characters confused, but I'm team Jess because Jess, despite his rough exterior and gruff nature, is truly takes care of Rory. He can be a little harsh sometimes, but sometimes he needs to hear it. Right? The people that truly love you can tell you, "Hey, what you're doing, you're fucking up. Fix it," right? Whereas Dean is this sniveling, whiny, "Why don't you love me? Why aren't you talking to me?" It's like, but he's painted as and kind of presented as like the all-American, like he's nice to the parents and he comes off very nicely, but behind the scenes he's a real dick. Whereas Jess, none of the adults like him because he's that bad boy from the diner, but he is actually the one who treats her the best and treats her as an equal.
Does he have a motorcycle?
I don't know if he has a motorcycle, but he has a motorcycle vibe.
Yeah, all right, fair.
Yeah. If there's a season 8, he will probably die on a motorcycle.
It'll just be one episode season. He's just
Yeah, that's the
end of series.
And yeah, one of our favorite 2-minute episodes. Whatever happened to Jess? And then you just see like a smoking motorcycle and a twisted stop sign, and then roll credits. That's it.
This is the show that I need funded.
Yep. I'm sure it wouldn't be expensive.
Yeah, the production. Yeah, it's not going to cost a lot.
We can just do that. We know a filmmaker. He can help us out.
He's not interested.
No, he's definitely not.
All right, I have an update on Jess from my wife.
Oh.
Jess was not good to Rory, but he grew up after and snapped her out of her dumb shit with Logan. See, Logan, I don't even.
Yeah, this is very important.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think he was kind of a dick at first, but I think he was being like the hey, if I act hard to get, then she's gonna want me even more. And then, but eventually he matured.
There are prominent figures in the zeitgeist in 2025 that still espouse this method of acquiring female affection or attention, is that if you are just an asshole, if you're just a bad guy, they'll naturally flock to you.
That's how I got married.
Good job, Sam.
We know. But see, you weren't putting on an act. You're genuinely just an asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for. Just be yourself, man.
Yeah.
Be you. That's what Matt Nagy would tell you.
Yeah.
And find your whys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I use IE a lot. So.
I'll see Southside Jeff brought it back. Motorcycle gets hit by a deer.
Yep.
Boom. The episode writes itself.
It's an excellent callback. All right, Jay, that'll be the extent of our show this evening. Is there anything you want to plug while you're here?
Yeah. Hey, the Hawks are good. So if you've been out on the Blackhawks for the last 8 to 10 years, understand where you're coming from, but they're back and all the problematic people are gone, as far as we know. So yeah, go ahead. You give me the look like they're not.
Oh, I just are they actually? Because
Yeah.
then I'll tune it. This year I've allowed myself to watch. Unfortunately, I'm a Northwestern fan, and I've been out. I've been out on the football team for many years.
Understandable.
This year I've allowed myself to watch a couple of football games, but I know that there are still people in that program who deserve some slice of the blame pie. But everyone,
yeah.
I guess.
So Danny Wirtz is still the owner.
Dead. Rocky's dead, and boy, did me and my friends have a field day with that one press conference that Rocky.
Shout out Mark Lazarus.
And Phil Thompson.
Nobody bullies Mark Lazarus but me, damn it.
Pour one out for Mark Lazarus.
Yeah. And Phil Thompson, too, from the Trib. Went right after him, too.
That's who I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah. That was unfortunate. That is a legacy ruining moment.
So Rocky's dead. Yeah, because there was a favorable opinion of him before that because he put the Blackhawks on TV.
And I will say, I do think there is a scenario in which he did not know about any of that stuff.
Who, Rocky?
Yes, because John McDonough was that dude.
I buy that completely.
Yes,
Rocky didn't know, but the way.
But don't act that way.
That was unforgivable.
You had every opportunity to say, I was unaware of it. It is my job to know that I am always aware of everything from here on out. I promise you it will never happen again. And there would have been a rousing applause and everyone would have moved on. But instead he did the opposite.
Instead you got red in the face and you said, stop asking about this.
Yes.
You're also negative anyway.
Yeah. But Danny Wirtz, as far as billionaires go.
So Bowman's gone. All these guys are gone.
Everyone that was anyone that had a leadership role, actually any role, in 2010 is gone. The only one that is still in the organization is defenseman Brian Campbell, who is on the team, and he is a
ambassador.
He's 100 years old.
He's assistant GM.
Oh yeah, assistant. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
I don't have currently the ability to watch Blackhawks games.
Yeah, that's a problem too. Yeah,
but I will take. I will.
If you want to know
I will at least allow myself to engage in Blackhawks hockey. I do.
Yeah.
I have seen obviously Bedard highlights, and he's very exciting, and I think they're fun. They are fun.
Yeah. Well, in here they had an opportunity last year, 2 years ago. They brought in Corey Perry, and there was an incident that is unclear, and they immediately got rid of him.
I loved the rumors on that one.
Without question, they said you are gone. Those rumors are not true, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Not that needs to be.
That was so funny,
but it was. They said there was a little thing that 31 other teams probably would have let slide, and the Hawks said absolutely not. You are gone. You're helping our team, but you're not on the team anymore. So the chance they've had to put their money where their mouth is, they've done it. Anyway, point being, if you are somehow interested in the Blackhawks, you could check out CHGO Blackhawks 5 days a week. We're on after every game. We are on before every road game. And then whatever other combo makes 5 days a week, we're on at 2:30. So if it's not a game day and it's a weekday and it's 2:30, we're probably on there too. We're on YouTube. We're on all your favorite podcast apps. And once a week, I'm Fat Podcast, usually on Monday or Tuesday nights. Rick and I, depending on schedule, will go live on YouTube. Our channel is youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast. So check
It's
that
also
out.
it's also on Spotify, which is how I consumed last night's episode today.
Yeah, the video is
And
on Spotify. Yes.
Jay, have you noticed the icon behind me here? Not Angel Reese. She's one of the two.
the butt cheeks logo?
No. Here, this is Joey Chestnut here.
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
Yes, this is the unanimous greatest athlete of all time.
Athlete of all time.
It's hard to argue with that.
It is hard to argue with.
Those records will never be broken.
Correct.
Stoop is making sure it's hard.
Yeah. No, I mean that's no one's gonna do what he did.
I'm really fearing when bad news comes out about Joey Chestnut. But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Jay, for joining us. Really, really appreciate it.
Anytime. I love the opportunity to not talk about sports.
That's
That's
pretty
what
much
we love
do.
providing to sports people.
Yep.
Yeah, for real. I think I said when you asked, like, am I talking Hawks? No. Awesome.
Whatever
I'm
you
in.
want.
Yes. If you have a podcast and you don't talk sports, I will come on it.
And he'll also be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, some housekeeping from us. We will be back with AskCast on Thursday. And as you've all been seeing, the QR code up on the top is to donate to the Southside Food Drive that we've been partnering with a bunch of other people with. We are well over $20,000 now. Thank you, everybody who has donated and shared this and done their part. This has been absolutely crazy, beyond our expectations.
Thank you for the reminder. I've been meaning to do this. Thank you.
Well, appreciate that, Jay. This is just awesome. Thank you, everybody who shared it. Even, it's reached so many different parts of the internet now, and just the donations coming in have been just inspiring. So thank you, everybody. You can scan either the QR code on the poster or up in the corner to get right to the site to donate, and keep donating. We have like 3 weeks left still on this thing, so we can get this up as high as we can and give it many meals as we can, because those SNAP benefits are not coming back anytime soon. Thanks, Democrats, for caving.
And devil's advocate, even if they were to come back, this is still a good thing.
Still a really good thing to do. So again, thank you, everybody who has done that so far. Please keep donating, keep sharing. We appreciate it. So we will see you guys on Thursday for AskCast. Thank you so much for watching along. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Even if you didn't, please subscribe to it. We will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you very much, and good night.